Mm-hmm.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another live discussion.
I think.
Tonight, I am, as always, joined by Olivia, and Mike has decided to join us again tonight. Mike's here tonight just because the place we're talking about, he's been there numerous times with me. So we're going to be sharing stories, claims of activity, and sharing a bunch of evidence as well. Don't forget, tonight is a 2-part episode because we do have so much to show you guys. So it might drag on a little bit longer than an hour tonight. Depends on how much feedback we get. As always, please ask questions. We will try to answer whatever questions we can as we go along. Some of them we might wait till the very end and come back to. Just keep in mind, we're not going to tell you where this was. We can't. It was an agreement that we had with the owners way back when, and we honor that even though it's been a few years since we've been there last.
Yep.
So we will not tell you where it is. However, and I'll mention this again later as hi Sandra, well, I'll mention this more as we go on. If you think you know what the place is, I will tell you it's a business in Auburn that the public can go to. Oh, they can't hear me.
They should be able to.
Let's hold on 1 second. I got somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, they can hear me. Sandra, it is working. You might want to check your volume. I just checked ours, and it is working. I'm just going to unpause this. It is working. Yeah, I would check your connection, Sandra. But yes, before I forget, please, if you think you know the location, I will tell you it's a public place in Auburn, public business.
Yeah, I would say that.
I don't want to give too much away. If you think you know what it is, private message us with your thought, and whoever wins, we are going to send a Soul Searchers bracelet to.
Hey, where did we get those?
We've had them for years. Would you like one?
Yeah.
So, yes.
We got more, trust me.
We have. I don't know why this isn't started. But yeah, so if you think you know what it is, please feel free to, send it out there. And if you're right, we'll tell you. If not, we won't answer you. But we will not answer any questions tonight if it's asking where this place is.
But you got 2 weeks.
Yeah, don't forget. I mean, you will see a lot of videos. You're going to see a lot of stuff. So even I would wait. If you want to try to throw out some question or some thoughts now, go ahead. Or tonight, but you're going to see more videos next week as well, so you might be able to piece it together. And hopefully we don't slip up as we're talking about it, because that happens.
I think Olivia might catch us.
One cool thing, too, and I'm really glad that Olivia's here tonight with us, is that she actually worked there after we did our stuff there. So it wasn't like, I don't even know if we technically, I think we knew each other, but we weren't. You weren't involved with us at all.
No. Yeah, so I had no idea. So all of my own experiences, I didn't even know anything about it beforehand. So.
And right off the bat, I think I would like to share at least probably my favorite personal story ever from there. And it was the first time we ever investigated there. So we're going back. 2009 maybe 2007.
That was before me.
Yeah, it was before you were even with us.
Yep. So
it was probably 2007 2008, somewhere in there. And I'm going to try to tell you this without giving away too much of the location. But we got hooked up. I was just an investigator at the time. I was not in charge of anything, so I just went because the group got us into it, and then the client wanted us to come, and it turned into doing an event there. So just keep that in mind. Afterwards. So I should say not an event, a reveal like we normally do, but it was so big it was like an event. So basically we get there, and the night of the investigation, and it's snowing out, it's cold out. So we got there, it's dark out, and you walk in the front door, and the owner was there, and he greeted us, gave us a tour, told us some of the claims, but not all of them. Keep that in mind. And as we were talking to him, we just decided, hey, let's set up by the fireplace. That would be a nice central location spot, and we'd be able to kind of fan everything out from there. So as we were coming in the front door, we were setting all these boxes down. This was back before we got smart, and by that I mean every camera was in its own little case. So we had a lot of bags to carry. Now we have big bags and big cases that carry everything. So a lot less trips. But as we were going in, we would just literally, like it was like a train. We would all walk in, set stuff down, go back out. All walk in, set stuff down. As I was literally bending over to the front of the fireplace, so where Mike is sitting now is the fireplace. I bent over to grab some bags because we were going to move to a different location. And out of the corner of my eye, like how I'm looking at you, but I can still see Mike, obviously, I saw there was two tall back chairs sitting at angles with the fireplace in the center. And in the right chair, I saw an old man, balding on the top, white grayish hair, beard, all the way up to where I could even see it on the side of his head. Gray suit, and he had a red and green checkered vest. And he was sitting there with his legs crossed. Just kind of like, just sitting there like you would back, in the day, and you're just kind of maybe having a cigar or something, I don't know. But he was just sitting there. And it happened so quick that it happened, and I immediately stopped, and the guy behind me just smashed right into me because he wasn't expecting me to stop. I told him what I saw, but that was it. That's how we kind of left it. So fast forward, and a few weeks later, we do a reveal with the owner. So generally, if any of our former clients are watching tonight, you know how the reveal goes. We come in, we sit down with the homeowner, the business owner, whoever, maybe a couple members of their family, and then we go over a bunch of the evidence with them, and we tell them what we think, our thoughts on it, you get their feedback, and it's more of a personable thing we did. So we got there that day. I didn't know this, but the owner had every single employee there. And, I mean, I know you were there a few years later. How many employees would you guesstimate that is?
Front and back, or?
Yeah, whole place. 20, 30, maybe?
30, between 30 and 50.
So basically it filled the whole room. So when I said it was like an event, it really was like an event. It's something that we normally do, but just not in that scale for a reveal. So we did the reveal. We played all the evidence. They loved it. We went to leave, and as I had my back to the owner comes up, and he starts talking to Steve, a former member with us, and they're just kind of chit-chatting as everybody's putting their chairs away. And my back is to everybody, so I'm putting stuff in the bag, getting ready to leave, and Steve says, "Hey, you never told him about the guy you saw." And the owner's like, "Oh, what did you saw a guy?" And I said, "Yeah." And I explained the same thing I already said, gray suit, all that. And as I did it, I realized that there was no more movement behind me, and everything was quiet. And I kind of did one of these where I kind of slowly turn around, and everybody's frozen, and they're all staring at me. And I was like, what? And almost simultaneously, is that how you say that word? The owner, housekeepers, a bunch of people are all like, "Oh my God, you saw the old man. You saw the old man." Apparently, he's been seen exactly like how I described by housekeepers, seeing him walk into rooms that they just got done cleaning. And when they go in there to tell him, "Hey, you can't be up here right now," there's nobody in there. He's been seen in the laundry area looking out the window at the cooks and stuff where the employee patio is.
The break
Yeah, whatever you
spot.
want to call it, the break area. They're out there having some cigarettes, and he's been seen up there staring at them. I didn't know that. I didn't know the story. I didn't know the claim. But to be able to back that up is amazing. And from I've talked to a lot of investigators who've been doing this for a lot longer than we have. And I remember when I shared that story with Stacy Jones, she tells me, if you can remember that much detail from that little split second, it has stuck with you this whole time, then you saw something real.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Mike can attest to this, I don't like to admit that I saw something.
No, he doesn't.
I hate admitting that because that's not proof. It's not evidence. It's just a story. So for me to sit there and say, I know I saw this, I bet you in 15 years, I've had less than 5 times where I'll admit that I saw something. Right now, come to mind, I can only name 3. So, but that's just one of my favorite stories from this location. I don't know if you have a favorite.
I don't know. There were so many from that place. From being, you're going to see the video tonight where I'm sort of like in a trance almost, and Sean hears his name called. And they're all thinking, I said it. And I didn't.
Yeah.
And you just look at the expression on my face, and I'm just sitting there with my arms folded like this, and the clip goes on, and there would be some F-bombs dropped and everything, but I made sure that they weren't.
That's okay.
And everything, but it was a good piece of evidence there.
We talked about this briefly last week with last week's episode. If you get a chance to go back, please go back. But Amy was talking about like doppelgangers and stuff like that, where we will actually hear our name called by people that are with us, and it's happened to me twice in this place. So it happened that what you're going to see the one time. Prior to that, and a different investigation there, I was in the ballroom and I was setting up our 360-degree camera rigs, and I heard one of the girls, there was 2 female investigators with us, they were in the kitchen making coffee, hiding the kitty, and I hear one of them call my name. And I acknowledge it, and I go out there, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Only for them to tell me that neither one of them said nothing. So we didn't get that as evidence, but with the one Mike's talking about later, you will get it. So you'll hear that. So before we get into anything, did you have any experiences there?
My favorite, looking back on it, it wasn't my favorite at the time. The bathroom upstairs. I think I've talked to you guys about it. I don't know if you heard anything about it, but there was supposedly a little girl that would hold the door shut, or she would open the door when you are in the bathroom up there. Something ended up not letting me out of the bathroom, and I was supposed to be like right back, and it just didn't go that way. So
did your boss believe you when you came back?
I didn't tell him.
Well, I thought maybe they'd want to know why you were like getting back.
No, I just kind of.
The room that she's talking about, where the bathroom, literally there's a bathroom right off of this room, is the room that you're going to see in the video later, where I hear Mike say my name, and everybody else hears Mike say my name, but Mike.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that, and you'll see it. So we're going to go ahead with some of these. Now remember, some of these are old. Some of these are from 2009, 2008, 2012. They're kind of scattered. So I do recommend headphones on some of them, just because as the years get better, the equipment gets better, the quality gets better. So if some of these are older, the quality's not going to be as good, but we still kept them, we still like them. So you might want to put headphones on. If not, maybe later. But we will again, like always, play them twice, each one. And we got 20 of them, so we're going to kind of
reminded me about that.
Take our time through it. Looping them?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm here for. So this first one is it's a video, actually.
Yeah.
So this was a video. It was on a handheld camera. Again, it's a fun one because it's an interaction that they hear, and I believe Sandy responds to it. So
yes.
you'll hear her response to it that was actually caught on the audio on the handheld camera.
Just trying to.
You need light over there for that?
Do you need it, Mike?
No.
Okay.
But we're just trying to.
That bang. Did you hear that? Was that one of you guys or something else?
I don't know.
I didn't
hear it.
Like the metal.
No, it was something different.
Just trying to.
You need light over there for that?
Do you need it, Mike?
No.
Okay.
But we're just trying to.
That bang. Did you hear that? Was that one of you guys or something else?
I don't know.
I didn't
hear it.
Like the metal.
No.
So yeah, again, it was kind of low. But Sandy hears it. Sandy acknowledges it, and like always, the way we try to get our investigators to do, she instantly said, "Hey, did somebody hear that? Did anybody else hear that?" And started asking questions about it. So that was a good catch. This next one is not a video. It's just a regular EVP. Nobody's talking. And around 9 seconds, it's going to sound almost like a female, childish voice.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like it's saying like she's black, she's back, she's something.
It's something.
It's something. Then you'll hear me come in and start talking.
Says I'm connected to their Wi-Fi, so trying to go live. Just says I'm connected to their Wi-Fi, so trying to go live.
Okay, never mind. I guess
So again, it was low, but you definitely do hear a voice in there. It's quiet. It doesn't belong.
I got
Sandra says she's back.
Yeah, she's back. She's something
Yeah.
along those lines. That's definitely what we heard. Again, I see there's a lot more people that are on watching right now, so I just wanted to say it again, and I'm going to repeat it a couple times throughout the night. We will not disclose where this location is. Hopefully we don't make any mistakes while we're talking about it. But if you think you know, you have this week and next week for part 2 to get more pictures and stuff for you to maybe draw a better idea. Please private message us if you think you know what it is, and if you win, we're going to send you a prize. So we'd appreciate it if you would actually wear it. We had one, but somebody took it.
Sorry.
So
I got excited.
It's
She wanted
an
it.
actual Soul Searchers bracelet. So just something fun that we have that we like to give away. So anyway, so again, we're going to get right back into another one. Sandy and Sue, 2 former investigators again. Around 10 seconds, you're going to hear a laugh. And it wasn't them. They were still just talking. They didn't acknowledge it. They didn't anything. So again, it wasn't them.
I didn't want to get in the
On the
way.
other side of it.
So I was standing like right here, and I heard it, and she
Yeah.
was in there, but coming out the other door.
Right, exactly.
And so we both heard it, but it sounded like it was coming from in here. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, just as clear as a bell.
Well, maybe
Weird.
earlier he thought he saw me behind back there.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was.
Exactly.
I didn't want to get in the
On the
way.
other side of it.
So I was standing like right here, and I heard it, and she
Yeah.
was in there, but coming out the other door.
Right,
And
exactly.
so we both heard it, but it sounded like it was coming from in here. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, just as clear as a
Well,
bell.
maybe
Weird.
earlier he thought he saw me behind back there.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was.
Exactly.
So that by like definition would be an intelligent haunting. Obviously, Sandy and Sue were talking about something that Sue heard. They were trying to track it down. That's why they said they went into this room. And as they're in there, you clearly hear a female child or adult, whatever, clearly laugh at them. So it doesn't really get much easier than that when we're doing this. That was a pretty good one.
That was a good one.
That was really good. And again, they didn't hear that. If they heard it, they would have said, "Did you just hear that?" Or at the night, I believe that night they were the only 2 with females there. If it was another
I
female,
think it was.
whether it was any other female that just happened to be in the group at the time, like if it was Clara, for example, who used to be with us, they would have yelled. Believe me, they would have yelled at her for laughing like that. So that was just a really good one. I'm really excited for that one. That's a good one. Moving along, this next one is Todd, Sandy, and Sue again. And you're going to hear in the distance around 10 seconds in or so. So you're going to want to kind of count that in your head. What sounds like a distant child laugh.
That was outside.
Oh my goodness.
I just heard a woman's voice singing.
Baby.
Seriously.
That was outside.
Oh my goodness.
I just heard a woman's voice singing.
Baby.
Seriously.
So again, that was a nice little pick. I don't know if it's necessarily laughing. It's a voice that's not theirs, and it was definitely kind of in the distance. Whether they were walking away from it or walking towards it, who knows? But that was actually a pretty good one too. That was good. I like it. So we're just gonna keep moving along as we go. This next one is again, it's myself and Sandy. We are together now. In around 9 seconds or so, you're going to hear a voice come through, and it's going to say, hey. I mean, that's pretty much it. Hello? Can you hear me? Hi.
You have your icons like the shuffle.
I think we got it working. I'm just trying to plug in these last couple cameras real quick and see if it's going to work or not. And then, love you. Hello? Can you hear me? Hi.
You have your icons like the shuffle.
I think we got it working. I'm just trying to plug in these last couple cameras real quick and see if it's going to work or not. And then, love you. So yeah, that was a great pickup. I mean, that was, hey, I mean, it was right there. I do want to give a quick shout out to Tony over at NSPS TV Paranormal Podcast. Hi, Tony. It's great to see you on tonight. Again, if you guys have a chance, if you have time, go back to some of our older videos, and you can watch our awesome podcast that we did with Tony a few weeks ago.
And we got Rob Anthony back.
Rob's back again. Hi, Rob. Is at Hotel Niagara Falls. Work, I guess. I take it.
Nice.
So it's great to see you guys are on tonight as well. Guys, feel free, again, start over in the beginning if you can. Please listen to some of this cool stuff that we've already played. Again, for those of you that are just joining us, I see more people are tuning in. Yeah, that's unfortunately we all have to do that. We can't disclose the location, but we are doing a fun little contest where if you think you know the location, it's a public-private business. Well, I don't want to say private. It's privately owned.
Yeah, it's
but it's a public place in Auburn.
Yes.
So if you think you can figure it out, shoot us a private message, and if you win, we'll send you a prize. But we will not tell you.
No.
Can't. So
Wish we could.
So we're going to move along a little bit, and you're going to hear myself and another investigator talking in the background. In around 9 seconds or so, it sounds like something says a word that we can't really make out, but then it sounds like it's saying no. So it's like two words. We're not really sure what the first one is.
Oh, look at this. Is this my camera or something?
Facebook, our Facebook page.
Might be your phone.
I'm sorry.
Oh, right. Oh.
Watch us as we're investigating.
It's kind of a pain in the ass because you have to hold the handheld in that time.
Is there anything back there? Cindy, what is that thing called? Oh, look at this. Is this my camera or something?
Facebook, our Facebook page.
Might be your phone.
I'm sorry.
Oh, right. Oh.
Watch us as we're investigating.
It's kind of a pain in the ass because you have to hold the handheld in that time.
Is there anything back there? Cindy, what is that thing called?
Sorry, I swore in that one. But let's be honest, it was a pain in the ass to hold that camera that way. This was before we got the old way, before we got the rig that we have now, which makes it 1,000 times easier.
And we only use one IR light.
Yeah,
now,
so it's a
lot
lot easier than the old way we used to do it. Rob can attest; he's held those cameras before.
Yeah.
So
cumbersome.
that was a good one. Again, I can't speak any better than that, I guess. So this next one it's a spirit box session. We normally don't use spirit boxes. We don't like spirit boxes, kind of just as a rule.
Speak for yourself.
Okay.
Sorry.
Most of us don't like spirit boxes. I find them to be loud and annoying.
Yes. They're only supposed to be used in short bursts, not on for 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah, I don't really...
Like two former investigators.
Yeah, the girls that are using them now used to really like using them a lot. Again, if that's a tool that you like to use, then fine. We personally just don't like using it. And so it is.
Sean and Mike don't like using it.
Then I also, honestly, I just don't find I don't find the quote unquote evidence from them as being really good. I don't.
Well,
if it corresponds, I feel.
But here's the thing with spirit boxes: if you want it to work correctly, you got to disconnect the antennas, the AM antenna and the FM antenna. Then you're not going to get any interruption from
radio stations.
That's the correct way. But from what I've read about it in videos, it's a pain in the butt to do.
we just don't like you.
Yeah.
But this next one is a spirit box session. They're going to ask, you're going to hear one of the investigators ask how many spirits are here. In around 9 seconds, you're going to hear a voice that's going to come through the spirit box, and it's going to sound like it's saying 6. Olivia, is that a new hair color?
Yes, it is. Thanks for noticing.
I didn't notice.
I had it last week and nobody noticed. Sean and Amy were here and I was like, guys, did you notice my hair? Hello.
Now I did, now that you say that.
Yeah,
It looks
right.
great.
Thank
It
you.
does look good.
Well, there. How many spirits are in here?
Seven? Is it seven? I don't know.
Well, there. How many spirits are in here?
Seven? Is it seven?
So again, we thought we were hearing 6. Sandy thought she heard 7. Again, it's still a number, so I guess that kind of goes along with what they were doing. I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm up in the air on spirit boxes. Sorry. So, moving on.
Okay.
So, this next one is myself and Sue and Sandy again talking. Myself through 2 ladies, and then around 10 seconds, a strange voice is going to come in, and it's almost like it's saying "huh" or something, something along those lines.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
You're standing here, and Sue was walking towards you guys,
Right.
or towards you. I could have sworn I heard a female
Really?
Really?
right out in the middle of the room. But I thought it could have been Sue. I'm not 100% sure.
No, I didn't. The only thing I said is you said Sue, and I said, yeah, like
But
that.
did you feel that coming out of there? Like feel that?
You're standing here, and Sue was walking towards you guys,
Right.
or towards you. I could have sworn I heard a female
Really?
Really?
right out in the middle of the room. But I thought it could have been Sue. I'm not 100% sure.
No, I didn't. The only thing I said is you said Sue, and I said, yeah, like
But
that.
did you feel that coming out of there? Like feel that?
So again, sorry about the laugh. Somebody can't control themselves.
Sorry.
Moving on, because now I'm just lost. So, this is a video. So this is a video, an EVP captured on a video. So, myself and Sandy, we're investigating another area of the place. Around 9 seconds, you're going to hear it almost sounds like a child hum, or a female child hum.
Sorry, hold on.
Here, I'll put this one over here by the dress. Can you...
Oh, you want the light?
No, I just want to make sure we can. Here, I'll put this one over here by the dress. Can you...
Oh, you want the light?
No, I just want to.
So again, that's one of those ones where you might need headphones for. It was definitely a little low, but it was there.
Oh, this is cute. Sorry.
And so this next one is Sue and Sandy. They're investigating a different area at this point. And then a third voice is going to kind of pop in there around 9 seconds, and it's going to sound like it just says, hey, like almost to get their attention.
You good?
Hi. Oh, I saw something out of the corner of my eye. It's like, yeah, right.
You good?
Hi. Oh, I saw something out of the corner of my eye. It's like, yeah, right.
So the next one should be the hum. So, fun fact, when I switched screens on this tablet, I lost where I was. So the one that you just heard was not a hum. It was actually a voice coming in that says hi. So it was around 9 seconds. It was a man's voice that came in to say hi. So it was not the hum. Sorry.
You should apologize. I just want to make it known.
It was not her fault.
It was not my fault.
This week it was not her fault.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So, getting back on track, this next one is a female child right here.
Video.
It's a video where a female child hums. Right?
With the room?
Goes,
Hmm.
Hmm.
I hear you. Hold on. This one.
But yeah, she was sitting on the bed, and if I remember correctly, I took a bunch of photos, and I started taking one in this corner, and I thought I saw like an orb. So then I took another one like here, another one over here, another one over here. Basically, I just took like a big circle, and in like every photo you see it, but it's in a different spot.
Interesting.
So I knew it wasn't on the lens.
Right.
But yeah, she was sitting on the bed, and if I remember correctly, I took a bunch of photos, and I started taking one in this corner, and I thought I saw like an orb. So then I took another one like here, another one over here, another one over here. Basically, I just took like a big circle, and in like every photo you see it, but it's in a different spot.
Interesting.
So I knew it wasn't on the lens.
Right.
So I hope you guys were able to hear that. Sorry again about the mix up in order there. So this next one is just a regular EVP. Again, it's Sandy and Sue investigating, and then you're going to hear a strange voice. This is the one where they're going to say, hey.
Okay, perfect.
Straight ahead.
Do you want to start out here and go
Yes, start out here. Why not?
We never did anything out here.
No, I mean, never know. Could be something out here. Nope.
All right. Sandy Sue just left room. Oh, what room was that? Hold on a minute.
Straight ahead.
Do you want to start out here and go
Yes, start out here. Why not?
We never did anything out here.
No, I mean, never know. Could be something out here. Nope.
All right. Sandy Sue just left room. Oh, what room was that? Hold on a minute.
So yeah, that was immediately after Sandy said something about we can start out here, and then you hear, hey. So that was actually a really good one. I like that.
it was.
This next one is, I guess, one of our favorites. Now, I really wish I could tell you where this place was, so I can describe to you where we were set up. For the equipment. But we were literally set up in an area that normally doesn't ever get any activity. But for whatever reason, I think Todd just happened to have his recorder on him, and it was recording.
Yeah.
Or Sandy, one of the two.
I can't remember whose it was.
They were
somebody.
they were on break, watching the big monitor with all the cameras and stuff. And then they get up to go investigate. And then when you hear them get up and leave, around 11 seconds, a voice comes in and says, "Oh yeah," almost like the Kool-Aid guy.
Don't forget your coffee. Don't forget your coffee cup like last time.
Don't leave it.
Yeah, remember last time you forgot it and the door got shut.
Oh, yeah.
You had the K2?
No, I didn't touch it. I haven't had
My K2. I gave one of you guys a K2.
Wasn't me. You ever K2?
Yeah, it's sitting on the bar out here.
Don't forget your coffee. Don't forget your coffee cup like last time.
Don't leave it.
Yeah, remember last time you forgot it and the door got shut.
Oh, yeah.
You had the K2?
No, I didn't touch it. I haven't had
my K2. I gave one of you guys a K2.
Wasn't me. You ever K2?
Yeah, it's sitting on the bar out here.
So yeah, that was a great catch. Nobody heard it. Nobody acknowledged it. You hear us all talking like we're getting ready to go investigate. And it did sound like Todd, but if I remember correctly, it wasn't Todd.
No.
Again, and I'm going to play a video for you here in a couple seconds where we've caught people's voices and it wasn't them, if that makes sense. Again, like almost like a doppelganger.
Oh, that's my favorite.
So when we talked to Todd and we said, and again, this was before that was a totally separate investigation from the video that I'm going to show you here in a few minutes. So knowing that, okay, I heard my voice being called by one of the females, and it wasn't them. I heard Mike call me, it wasn't them.
That was me.
Or him. We caught it on camera. We heard Todd say something, but it wasn't him. It says it wasn't him. So, again, I don't know what's going on there, but they can almost like mimic our voices. It's only happened a handful of times when we were lucky enough to actually capture it at some point. And
This was a strange
you'll
place.
hear it again on the next one, or when we get to the one video. So this next one, I mean, they can mimic voices. Yeah, they can. We talked about that a little bit last week, that they can do that.
Mm-hmm.
100%. Not always, but they can. So the next one, I want to say it was a stationary recorder. So you're going to hear like someone's walking. And around 10 seconds, you're going to hear somebody whistle. And again, nobody was around. We don't whistle.
Nope.
If we do whistle, we'll say, hey, I'm going to whistle. Or, hey, can you whistle like this? Like you will actually hear us acknowledge the whistle before we do it.
Yeah, we do have one investigator that started getting notorious on whistling, and it's not Olivia.
I was going to say, I don't
That
know how to
narrows it
whistle.
down. Definitely a good one, and it had a rhythm to it.
Yeah.
It was almost like it was a song. It wasn't like a quick little one whistle. It could sound like it could have been a door, but then you can actually hear like almost like a rhythm to it. So that was a pretty cool catch.
Yeah.
And again, nobody acknowledged it. Nobody said, and I'm not saying it's very possible that the footsteps wasn't investigated. They could have been wanting to get batteries. They could have did whatever. But the thing to remember is, if it was them, they didn't acknowledge the whistle.
No.
So either they didn't hear it, or it wasn't an investigator, or I don't know. It was just, or it was an EVP. That's honestly, that's just a pretty good catch all around. So, moving on. This is just going to be another hum. You're going to hear Sandy say that she thought she saw something, and then around 11 seconds, you're going to hear almost like a hmm.
Said he went, but then I don't know what the hell they're doing. Get measurements together. So 3 tables up, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 4th table up. Yep. I saw the one in the hallway across it after you went in. It was just like a really quick flash. Sure, he's probably trying to, but I don't know what it is. I mean, splashing. He said he went, but then I don't know what the hell they're doing. Get measurements together. So 3 tables up, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 4th table up. Yep. I saw the one in the hallway across it after you went in. It was just like a really quick flash. Sure, he's probably trying to, but I don't know what it is. I mean, splashing.
So again, it was very quick. It was just like a little hum in there. Again, not really sure. They didn't acknowledge it though, so that was a good thing. Continuing on with the same place that they were in. Still Sandy, still Sue. They're going to be in the same area. In around 11 seconds or so, you're going to hear what sounds like a male voice. It almost sounds like it's saying Suzanne. We never really called Suzanne. We always called her Sue. Even when I introduced her to people, I was like, this is Sue. So when she would introduce herself, she would say, my name is Suzanne Updike. So, yes, obviously that's her. But again, it wasn't us who said her name. So we'll go ahead and play it.
I'm trying to think where the hell else we should go here.
Investigation. Camera bumped recorder, turned it off. Part 2. All right. 1.
I'm trying to think where the hell else we should go here.
Investigation. Camera bumped recorder, turned it off. Part 2.
So it was quick. You can definitely hear Susan. So a good catch. Once again, something else is saying one of our names, and we were able to capture it.
I think then one time a voice. Didn't we catch it? Did we catch it here, or was it at the Masonic Lodge that a voice said Todd? I can't remember. It's one of the other.
I do.
I have to go back. But if it was captured at the Masonic Lodge, we will play it.
Yeah, I can't remember, to be honest. I mean, who knows? Either. Because we've caught it so many times there. So this next one is Sandy's back in the bar area / ballroom area. She's trying to relate to what spirit could be there. So she asks for a drink. You know, she goes up to the bar and she's ordering, like she's going to order a drink. And then around 10 seconds, you're going to hear almost sounds like a low male voice come in there that says, yup.
Hey, bartender, I really need a drink. Can you make me something? Can you make me a screwdriver? Do you know what's in a screwdriver? Hey, bartender, I really need a drink. Can you make me something? Can you make me a screwdriver? Do you know what's in a screwdriver?
I mean,
that's a funny voice.
That was very loud. It's been so long since I've heard that one that it made me laugh. I can't explain. Now, just keep in mind, this is the same area where earlier in the night I was putting up the 360 cameras, and I heard my name being called. So it's obviously an active area. It could have came from the kitchen. It could have came from the kitchen's right on the other side of the wall from the bar, so it's possible. But it wasn't one of us, because if it was one of us, then we would have gotten yelled at by them because they could hear us. So, and again, as a, I guess, practice that we do, if they're on the first floor, then we're going to probably go to the third floor. If they're in the basement, we'll go to the second floor.
That could give the place away right there.
No, but say we don't.
Who knows?
We don't. My point is we always try to leave a floor in between, so they can't hear us, and there's no cross. If there's no way of avoiding it, then we'll always make sure, okay, you guys stay at the end of the building. We're going to stay at this end of the building. If that ain't going to work, then we'll let one team go in at a time. Yep. That's just easier that way. So, again, if it was us saying, yup, they would have yelled at us. Or they would have said, Sandy would have notated in her recorder, you know, I just heard Sean say yup. I just heard Todd say yup. I just heard somebody say yup. And she didn't do it. So, this next one is our handheld video. Now, this was captured the very last, I think, investigation we did there.
Yes, it was.
So, I got to tell you a little bit of a backstory as far as the way we use the handhelds. So, when the video opens up, you're going to obviously, I'm the one holding the camera. So, directly across from me is I'm sitting on a couch. There's another couch
in a chair.
Or I'm sitting across from you guys. Mike is going to be right in front of me. Suzanne's going to be to his right, my left. Off to the left, off camera, is Mike Stebbins.
Yep.
And I believe
he had his SLS.
There was one other person there.
No, it was just the four of us.
So you're not going to see Mike, but you're going to hear his voice. You'll hear Mike Stebbins talk. So as we're sitting there, and for a past practice, normally, if Olivia has the handheld camera, again, she's looking through a viewfinder that is bright. It has a tendency of drowning out all the light around you. So it's almost like when you shine a flashlight in the dark. Yes, you can see what's in front of you, but you can't really see what's around sides. It almost puts off like a glow. So as a practice, if I'm on the other side of her camera and I see a shadow, or I hear a noise, or I hear something that I think I want her to put the camera to, I will say, Olivia, and have her point at me, and then I will direct her. And I'll say, stairs, point, whatever. So in this video, I'm holding it. I'm not really focusing on much. I'm kind of doing a back and forth kind of thing. But, excuse me, you're going to hear Mike say, Sean. So I instinctively shoot the camera to Mike, expecting him to point to do something to give me a direction with this camera. Because he's seeing something that I don't see, and that's my thinking. But as I'm pointing it at him, he ain't saying nothing, sitting there with his arms crossed. And something else is going on, because you hear Suzanne talking, you hear Mike talking. So when I let them finish speaking, I finally say, hey, before you guys started talking, Mike, did you say my name? And Mike's like, no, I didn't. And as soon as he says no, I believe it was Sue jumped on him, and then Mike jumped on him, and they're like, we all heard you say Sean's name.
And I didn't. Look at the look on my face.
Yeah, I can't explain it.
It's, what was it, around 11 seconds?
Jeez.
Is there any way that you can just knock on something? Can you answer this?
Did you, like, before she did that, did you call me?
Yes, he did.
No.
Yeah, you did. You said, Sean. Is there any way that you can just knock on something? Can you answer this?
Did you, like, before she did that, did you call me?
Yes, he did.
No.
Yeah, you did. You said.
So I think Mike at that point knew what it felt like to be a deer in headlights. Because obviously he sees me when you're in the dark and you're looking at the camera from Mike's perspective. You're going to see the red glow from the IR light that we have on the camera. So obviously Mike sees that. He sees the light come at him, and I'm just sitting there staring, like, you called me. What the hell? What do you want? Why'd you call me? And I think he finally realized, okay, why is he staring at me right now? Again, we did cut it a little bit there towards the end, so it did end really quick.
Yep.
It didn't. The actual real video, it did not. Only because
there's
we started be like, no, you effing said that. You called my name. I heard it. And it was just kind of a back and forth, I think, until
then I had to shut them all down and grab my recorder off the mantle and replay it, and all of a sudden you hear the voice say, Sean.
So yeah, that is the definition of a doppelganger voice, an intelligent haunting because it knew my name, and it just, I don't know, it was just an awesome experience.
And it must have sounded like my voice then.
It was your voice.
Because if you're looking at me saying, hey, do you call me?
I instantly turned. There was no hesitation.
So right
you
there.
called me. I looked, and everybody heard it. Because again, the actual clip, you'll hear Mike Stebbins, and you'll hear Suzanne say, "We heard you. We heard you say that." I didn't say it.
I didn't say it. Like I said, I had to shut them all down and play my recorder.
Yeah, and I guess there's no explanation for it other than paranormal.
Yeah, that was a good one.
We got a couple more videos for you. Mike and Sandy and Sue are now in the same area, that same sitting area. In around 11 seconds, you're going to hear what sounds like a bell ring.
But, man, when you go into a diner, the cooks in the back have that bell that they go ting. That's what you're listening for.
I know, and if I remember correctly, there might have been one
on the front desk.
On the front desk when you walked in.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe,
yeah, there is.
So maybe that's what we hear.
That's what we're hearing.
Tonight. And I know you're not either. It's getting towards your time of night here. Show us what you got.
What was that sound?
Me. Sorry. Just trying to.
Any light over there?
Tonight. And I know you're not either. It's getting towards your time of night here. Show us what you got.
What was that sound?
Me. Sorry. Just trying to.
You need light over there?
You know, the best part, it actually happens twice, and nobody acknowledged it.
No.
So, and you want to tell them how you guys found it?
It was Sandy. She was reviewing her audio, and then she called me up and said, "Hey, Mike, did you get to the part in the video where we're up in this sitting area and everything? And did you pick up on a bell ring?" And I go, "No, I'll be doing that in a section in a little bit, but I'll keep my ears open for it." So it was captured on two things: audio recorder and our handheld. And as you could hear, we didn't acknowledge it.
No.
And it was right at. Well, I can't say too much more.
It wasn't far. It wouldn't
wasn't
have been far from where they were.
Probably about maybe 30 feet,
If that, straight down the stairs.
Yeah, downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So again, we got one more video for you. This is actually, I think it's one of the first videos we've ever shown on here. It's actual video. It's actually captured.
Off of our DVR.
Yeah. Excuse me. This was off our DVR system, and it's a light anomaly. We're very critical when it comes to DVR footage.
Yes.
Very critical. Bugs, all that stuff.
I had to have Sean watch this.
You know, we throw a lot away. That
Yep.
if we have any doubt, we just get rid of it. Again, coming from somebody who believes in it 100%, if we're willing to say I doubt it, then we're not going to keep it. So we kept it. It was a light anomaly. It comes from the left to the right.
Yeah, and the screen, you're going to see the picture about halfway up. You'll see it coming from the left. It's going to move to the right about halfway to the curtain. Then it's going to come back and sort of go up diagonally. But watch the trail behind it. That's what I thought was really cool about it.
So again, interesting video. It's not a bug.
No.
It's something that is self-illuminating. It's moving slow, and then it just decides to pick up speed and kind of go off frame.
I like that trail it leaves, though.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Actually, really cool. So that's it for evidence for tonight. Next week we have 20 more videos, audio, you name it, to go through with you guys from the same location. So again, if you haven't already, I know I mentioned earlier, if you think you know the name of the location, feel free to shoot us a private message with the location you think it is. And if you're right, we'll send you a prize. We will not publicly say the name of the location. We can't. It's just an agreement that we've had with the owner way back when, and we still honor it. So that's who we are. So I have a question for you. After we investigated, you started working there.
Mm-hmm.
How long did you work there before somebody told you?
I'm gonna say a couple months.
That was quite wow. I told her day one. Right out the gate. You want to work here? You got to deal with it.
No, well, and I got the job because of a friend, and they never mentioned a single thing to me. It actually wasn't, a couple months in. It was when I was, when I had the experience with the bathroom door. And they were like, oh yeah, by the way. And I said, okay, that's awesome. But that's when I realized that you guys had investigated because they told me. And I was like, oh my god, wait a minute, I know them.
And that must have been right after, because we actually did do an event there. We did one event there. And
They
it was,
could give the place away.
I'm not saying where it was.
We're
I'm
not
saying we did an event there.
Yep.
So I'm not saying go to our Facebook page and go through all of our photos and find a picture of
No,
it.
that's cheating. They get a super cool bracelet that I'm advertising right now.
I'm just saying we did do an event there. So
and
maybe that was after you started working or before you started working there.
The event was before.
I'm just gonna say it was a piss poor event the way they held it too.
Unfortunately, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't done
properly.
The nicest way.
No,
let's put it that way. We respect the fact that businesses have a business to run.
Yep.
It is what it is. But at the flip side, those of you that have ever attended any of our events, like at the Braylock, for example, we sell out of the Braylock
within the first
week,
couple weeks,
if that.
Yeah.
And they start selling tickets to that in August, normally.
And it's not till October.
Yeah, it's not till October. So we sell out very quickly. Without fail, every year it sells out so quick that the owner calls me up and says, "Hey, can we add a day?" Because we have so many people that still want to go, so many people that want to be on a waiting list. So,
the cool thing about that place is she acknowledges that it's haunted, and she loves that.
And we get dinner.
We get dinner, and then we do a big dinner, and we do all kinds of stuff. So we threw the same idea towards this business, and we were like, "Hey, we could do an event, whether it's like a lunch or a dinner, whatever you want to do." The problem being is, I think the owner, not even the owner, I don't even think it was the owner. I think it was
his
whoever worked for him. I forgot whatever her title was.
Manager, per se.
Yeah, we'll call her the manager. I don't think she works there anymore, but the manager at the time was more worried about a negative impact on the business than a positive. So when we try to explain to her, no, this is going to sell. It's going to sell out quick. It's going to make money for you guys. When we do events like that, we do get paid. We do get paid for events like that where we're doing something for an established business that doesn't necessarily need the money, but it's more of just a fun thing to help them and help us. So we do it as a way of making money. Braylock, same thing. Val is very good to us. We do a lot of work for her there. And in turn, she does pay us because it's a business agreement that we have with her. However, when we do our events with libraries, with theaters, with nonprofit groups, we do not charge anything. We do not ask for money. We don't do any of that. So I just want to make sure that's clear. So we did have an investment, if you will, in doing an event at this location because of the time we put in. All the investigations, all the hours that we did for reviewing and putting together lists and coming up with all this stuff. And unfortunately, they did not advertise it very well. They didn't want to put money into even the flyers.
The flyer looked like it was done by a fifth grader.
And it, unfortunately,
a lot of things
it affected it. Yeah, and we weren't given the opportunity to really push it ourselves. We could not advertise it. We could not do anything because, again, they were afraid of a negative impact on it.
You started in August on our Facebook page, right?
Yeah,
and she called you up and said, take it down.
That's the problem. It's summertime. Yeah. Silly.
That's not my problem. Again, we're trying to help the business make money just like we would the Braylock, for example. So if you're going to put money into it and put the effort into it, let's do it right and try to sell the tickets. We were going based off of our previous experience with the Braylock. We start selling in August because as soon as September hits, it's Halloween time. I mean, let's be honest. So people get into that kind of a thing. So you want to start planting the seed early. I did. I planted the seed early as far as we go, but they felt that it was going to interfere with their stuff. So I was told to take the time. Needless to say, not a lot of people showed up. So we still did our job.
Maybe 30?
Could have been. Yeah, it could have been 30.
35.
We went from the ballroom to the side room. So again, it was a learning experience for us, and we've kind of taken that. And now when we do events like that, we stress the importance of advertising and doing it the right way to make the most. Let's be honest. If it's like the theater, for example, they can use the money. So you want to try to maximize as much as you can, as quick as you can, to get let's be honest, get as much money as you can. I mean, that's the whole point, is we're doing it to help them. Where in this situation, we were doing it to help them, but also we were going to get paid. No, I don't even think we got paid.
Yeah, I don't think we got
No,
anything
wouldn't
from
get paid
that.
for this place. So, again, Val takes care of us at the Braylock. So, she's,
But
you know.
also with the Braylock, I don't think we've had any repeat people in the years we've been doing it.
No, every year we ask the same question every night.
Yep.
And one of the questions is how many people have been here before for this event. And
every time nobody raises
we've
their
never had
hands.
a repeat customer. So you figure,
4 or 5 years.
Yeah, we've done it for at least 5 years now.
And not one repeat
at
customer.
at least 3 or 4 nights a month, if not more.
Yeah.
Depending on if we do every Sunday or if we do every Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
Some nights, some weekend. One year we did, I want to say every Saturday, Sunday for the entire month, except for like the last one or something like that. It was weird. We did a lot because we ended up, and then we actually ended up going up into November and adding a night.
That was the
in
first
November.
year.
Yeah, we had to add a day the first weekend in November.
Yeah.
Because there was so many people waiting on a waiting list to get in.
Wow.
Yeah, she called Sean and said, "Hey, you think we can do a November first weekend in November?
Yeah,
because I got a waiting list of 30 people."
So yeah, it's a big deal for us. It's our biggest event we do every year. We encourage people to go. Sandra's been there before.
Sandra?
We had a nice chat with her last when we were there.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of hung out together for a little while and kind of talked a little bit more in person. So that was nice to have her there. So again, I really hope that those of you that joined late, please go back to the beginning and watch it. We talked about a bunch of stuff. We do have a contest going. If you can name the location through a private message, we will send you guys a Soul Searchers exclusive bracelet.
Exclusive.
But again, we'll be back next week for round 2. Same location, more evidence, more videos, more info, all that good stuff. Other than that, excuse me, the week after that,
it's going to be the Masonic Temple.
Yep.
Or Masonic Lodge, as my friend John would like it to be called.
Again, we cannot tell you where it is, but we can tell you that it's a Masonic Temple.
Yep.
So we do have pictures and stuff like that. We'll be sharing a lot of evidence from
Some
there.
videos, some EVPs.
After that week,
some stories.
We have some stories
We
too.
can do stories on that place. John said it's okay.
The week after that, I'm hoping to have a guest here and having a whole show on her. I just have to clear it with her. If that doesn't work, then we will host another night of more evidence to share. So we'll definitely have something planned by next week. Other than that, please, if you haven't already, go to our page and then hit like and share. You already liked it, so hit share. Share it with all your friends. I can't shake this cough. It'll pop up and it'll literally say share all or click all or whatever it is. Please share it, like it, click it all. I don't know how well you've noticed, but tonight one of the softwares that we normally use to play our stuff looked a little different, and it's because their system was down. So we had to, or I should say Olivia, had to spend the majority of the day today getting this off the ground so we can be able to be on tonight. We're trying to avoid that. We're trying to avoid that whole issue, but we need more views and more followers. So please keep doing it if you haven't already. Share and like, and have your friends like us. Go to our YouTube page, same deal. I'm still uploading more stuff. I do it every weekend. So I'll be uploading tonight and last night's videos this weekend. Again, please go on there and like us too. And subscribe. Why not? I got to keep pushing it when I can. Other than that, if anybody else has any other questions, I didn't know if you had any other stories about this place. I know there's been a lot.
There is one good one. How can I say this without giving away the place? I think it was in one of the rooms upstairs. I think it was you, me, Sandy, Sue, and Todd. And off to the right was like a little sitting area. You might know the room I'm talking about. And Sandy was doing you'll see the video next week, but I'll give you a preview. She was doing a spirit box session. It was going off, being annoying. Then she goes, "You want me to turn it off?" And then all of a sudden you hear a voice, clear voice in the room go, "No." You'll think it's the spirit box. It wasn't. I heard it. Sue heard it. Sean, he was in La La Land, I think. He said he didn't
Per
hear
usual.
it. Todd didn't hear it. I don't know if Sandy heard it or not, but it was a clear voice. You'll like it next week. That was one of my favorites.
Exciting.
Because I set the handheld camera on a dresser, pointing at the bed and everything. So you don't see anybody in the video, but you'll hear voices.
Do you?
Our voices.
I won't mention her name, but do you remember the time we were there? I believe we were in the ballroom, and there's a bathroom, like right off of that.
Mm-hmm.
And a certain female investigator was in there, and she got touched.
Oh, yeah.
Freaked out.
That was a good one.
I guess there's certain time. Not that I don't think she was freaking out that she got touched. I think she was just freaking out because
it was unexpected.
I was unexpected. I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah, in the bathroom.
I guess there's a time and a place, and it's not the place to do it.
Unlike the story you told last week about the former field investigator at the Fulton Public Library, running up the stairs into the side room where command center is, and then locking the door. Now, is that really going to stop somebody from coming through the door?
No.
No.
Not at all.
No, it's
But it was a
kinda
good. It was funny that night.
We
It wasn't
will-
funny for Sean and I.
We will be scheduling, hopefully in the near future as well. So maybe we might even do a 2-night episode of Fort William Henry. We did get a lot of stuff
Awesome
there.
place.
We've been there twice. I'm hoping Rob Anthony, who's watching tonight, will be able to join us that night, and he could share some of his stories and some of his personal experiences. We're just I'm trying to work it out with him and his work schedule. But as soon as he has a Tuesday night free,
Still working on
yeah,
it. Okay,
Rob. We'll share that and post that and set up that night. He might not be able to be here for both nights, but at least for one of them,
Maybe one.
would be nice. Great place. We've been there twice and
Long
covered
drive.
a lot of cool stuff there. Again, it's one of those places where you learn after the first time. So we learned the second time to get a hotel room and stay the night.
Yes.
First time we did.
Yes.
So that was a great night. That'll be coming up soon. Other than that, we'll be wrapping up with our reviewing evidence from the
Morrisville.
library. Yep, Morrisville Library this week.
I just had the DVR to finish.
Got a lot of great stuff.
Yes, there's some good stuff coming out.
I don't want to share too much because we haven't really shared it with the client, but we definitely got enough stuff where we feel comfortable that we can do the event in June without even having to go back.
I'd still like to do another investigation.
I'm sure we will once it's warm.
That place was
once it's warm.
and we can have the heat off. Kind of sucked. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it did. It did after a while.
But it was a great night, and we will keep it moving, and we'll see you guys next week. Please join us again, like and share, and have all your friends like it,
and subscribe.
Don't forget.
We'll see you next week.
We'll see you guys later. Thank you.